Good morning, students. As we are discussing chapter 2nd, is matter around us pure? So I told you solution. Solution is formed by two components. First one is solute, that is going to be dissolved, and second is solvent, in which we dissolve. So when solute combined with solvent, it forms solution. Some examples, for example, salt solution. In salt solution, salt is solute and water is the solvent. In sugar solutions, sugar is called solute and water is solvent. Now solutions are further of two types: saturated solution and unsaturated solution. If we take one spoon of sugar and a glass of water and dissolve it, it will easily dissolve. When we add one more spoon of sugar, it will also dissolve. When we add 3, 4 and 5 spoon of sugars, after some time a stage is come that particle of sugar will not able to dissolve and it will remain as it is at the bottom of the glass. So that solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a particular temperature is called saturated solution, and the solution in which more of the solute can be dissolved means when we dissolve one spoon, the solution have capacity to dissolve more sugar also. It is not saturated. So that solution in which more of the solute can be dissolved is called unsaturated solution, but it is all at a given particular temperature. Now supersaturated solution is the solution when we increase the temperature, the solubility of particle increases and that solution is called supersaturated solution. Now one term is dilute solution we use. Dilute word is used is the when the particle of solute is very small as compared to the solvent, then the solution is called dilute solution or diluted one. Understand? And concentrated solution is when the amount of solute is very large as compared to the solvent particles. It can be understood by taking an example, as we know all about condensed milk. Condensed milk is that in which particles of milk is very large in quantity as compared to the water. Means particle of solute is very large as compared to the solvent. So that condensed milk, we can also say in language of science, it is concentrated milk or concentrated solution. And if we add so much water, then we can say it as diluted milk or diluted solution. Now concentration can be defined by two ways: mass percentage and volume percentage. Mass percentage, mass of solute upon mass of the solution into 100. Volume percentage, volume of solute upon volume of the solution into 100. Here I am taking an example of your NCERT book. A solution contained 40 gram of concentrated salt in 320 gram of water. Now calculate the concentration in term of mass by mass percentage of the solution. So solution is, first we write the mass of solute. Solute is salt. It is 40 gram. Mass of solvent किस में dissolve कर रहे हैं is water 320 gram. So students, what is the mass of the solution? I tell you, solution is solute plus solvent. So solute plus solvent, 40 plus 320, 360 gram is solution. So now put the values in the formula. Mass of solute is 40 upon mass of solution is 360 into 100 and we'll get 11.1%. So it is the concentration in terms of mass. Now the main important topic is suspension, true solution and colloidal, in which students are very confused. So suspension, we take an example of when sand dissolved in water, it is an example of suspension. When we dissolve sand in water, it will dissolve, but when we set it for some time, after some time we see that the particles of the sand will settle down. So which type of mixture is it? It is a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture in which I told you that particles are not uniformly distributed and a separate layer is formed. So suspension is heterogeneous mixture. As the particles are large enough, so component can be separated by filtration. Filtration, as we done in tea. We use a filtration device, but in lab we use filter paper to filter it. Filter means छानना. For example, sand dissolved in water, mud dissolved in water, chalk powder dissolved in water, all are the examples of suspension. In suspension, the particle size are very large, so they can be filtered easily. Now true solution, I can take an example of copper sulfate solution. It is blue in color. When we dissolve copper sulfate in water, blue color solution is formed, which is transparent, and it is a homogeneous mixture. Means homo means particles are uniformly distributed. So particles are distributed small in size and they cannot be separated by filtration, and they are stable. Stable means particle will not settle down. Clear and transparent solution is called true solution. Now third one is colloidal solution. Colloidal, milk or blood is an example of colloidal solution. It is also homogeneous looking mixture, but actually it is heterogeneous. Do you get my point? Colloidal looks homogeneous, uniform, but it is actually heterogeneous mixture. Means particles are not distributed uniformly. Component cannot be separated by filtration, as the particle size is very small. तो filtration जब करेंगे तो filter particle will come down. So filtration is not possible. It is stable. I said milk is a colloidal solution. It can be observed. When we observe the milk under microscope, we see that various composition of particles like fats, proteins, etc. Means milk looks homogeneous, but actually when we see under a microscope, there are so different particles, composition of particles are present separately, and it is not homogeneous actually. So these are the three type of liquids. The main difference between true and colloidal solution is that true solutions are clear and transparent, as copper sulfate solution is transparent. We can see transparently, but colloidal is not. In milk we are not able to see. And another property is Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is that tiny dust particle in air scattered sun rays, so path becomes visible. Scattering of light is called Tyndall effect. The true solution do not show any type of Tyndall effect, whereas a colloid shows particle scattering, that is Tyndall effect. So this is the basic difference between true solution and colloidal solution. Now students, do the question answers which I am sending you in your fair notebook, and have a nice day.